Tony Ferguson is a man that gave everything to the UFC. All guts, blood, sweat and tears, 12-fight win streaks, interim belts, you know, a lot of followers, a lot of people. You know, this is what the UFC is built on, people like Tony Ferguson. And now you see the downfall of a man that just doesn't know what to do anymore. He does not have a life outside of fighting, and that is what we're watching. We're watching a man provide for his family by being knocked out cold and getting brain damage, and I'm not for it. Tony Ferguson, please, for the love of God, retire. This is not saying he's bad or something. You know, he should have. You could say he was the uncrowned lightweight champion, like from what 2015 to what 2020. You could say he was that. You can make a real argument that he would have beaten Khabib, and that's why he's the uncrowned champ from that time. But please, Tony, man, retire. Nobody wants to watch a fan favorite get knocked out anymore. You know, he will, if he keeps going, he will get some serious brain damage and CTE. If this keeps on going long enough, he will not be able to speak. He could even die from the brain damage he will accumulate, and I'm not for it. Boxing has had a lot of deaths by brain damage. UFC hasn't had that yet. Let's not make a fan favorite the first one, because there will be one. You know, I don't care what anyone says, there will be one. But let's not make it, let's not make it now. Tony Ferguson, please retire. UFC, do anything. Pay him to retire. I don't care what they do. Pay him to retire. What's next? Nothing's next. Retire. Nobody wants to watch you get knocked out anymore. Everyone loves you, Tony. This is not something that people need to see. People don't need to see him getting sparked out cold anymore. He is a shadow of himself now. It is the old age, injuries, and things that, you know, as Chael Sonnen says, Father Time is undefeated, and that's not what we're watching right now. You know, he has been given the cold shoulder by the UFC's whole career. Like they let him cut weight, and then 1 month later fight Justin Gaethje is awful to me. I mean, Tony Ferguson has given everything to the UFC, and then they just feed him to Charles Oliveira for him to get the title shot next. This man, if he's gonna fight next, I want him, if he's gonna get knocked out, because he probably will, give him Conor McGregor and let him knocked out by being paid millions of dollars, because that is what Tony Ferguson deserves. And if he doesn't retire after that, release him. I don't care. Like, just make him not fight. I don't do the Nate Diaz. Just don't give him a fight, and make him, like, I don't know. You can do the watching for the UFC. Make him do a job. You can carry out the press conferences. Everyone would love that. Everyone loves Tony Ferguson. Just at UFC, Dana White, do anything in your power not to let this man fight, or do anything that is with fighting again, because he deserves the respect. You know, just, I don't care. Make him do the Hall of Fame speeches. I don't care what you let him do. Just don't let him fight again, because he will get so much brain damage, and he already has. You know, the UFC rant before the UFC 274, that was a clear sign for me for brain damage, because he did not have a clue what he was talking about. I know he does a lot of rants, but that one was clearly different to every single other rant he's done, because he didn't have a clue what he was talking about himself. But no, I love Tony Ferguson. This man has some of the greatest striking, takedown defense, and jiu-jitsu, and, like, you know, everyone loves him for his elbows. You know, his I'm struggling to speak because I don't know what wants him to do this. You know, post-fight press conferences, everyone loves him. You know, the baseball against Khabib, tiramisu, you know, everyone loves him. Let's not make this be his downfall. Give him the Ultimate Fighter versus Khabib. Don't let him fight. I mean, if UFC do let him fight on the main card just to get a couple pay-per-view buys, I despise the UFC. I mean, for that. And yeah, it's been your boy Lee. Like, subscribe. A bit of a darker video, but I'm sorry, I needed to just get it out of the system. And I'll see you all later. Peace.